And what could have been an outstanding victory for the Chicago Bulls, they threw the game away and let the Golden State Warriors do what the Golden State Warriors do in the third quarter. So on today's episode, me and C Dub, we're going to talk about it. Are we to trust Billy Donovan with the development of this young squad moving forward? Did Billy Donovan really tick Bobby off? Yes, he did. And why did so many guys play? A lot of things to talk about on today's episode, but before we do that, you already know. You gotta hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I am with my dog C Dub. What's the word?
Not Billy Donovan. That's not the word.
He talking about that's not the word. But hey, if y'all tuned in with us today, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well. Y'all support has been outstanding. So we just want to say that we appreciate y'all and thank y'all so much. Continue to tune in. We gonna keep turning up too. But hey, C-Dub, the Chicago Bulls, they took that L last night versus the Golden State Warriors. At one point, they was up by 20, and they end up losing by 20. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things to dive into. One thing specifically that I was looking at is 12 guys played yesterday. And the newcomers, 2 out of the 3 played. And those 2 that played seen extensive minutes. They seen a lot of minutes over some of the guys that was already here, like a Dalen Terry and a Julian Phillips. But no Lonzo Ball last night either. Let's point our direction and focus on Billy Donovan first. I know it's one game with the new iteration of the guys, but we got to ask the question. Are we to trust Billy Donovan with the development of the young squad in trying to figure this out within those highly emphasized 30 games that AK told us about? How you feeling about that, bro?
I just think this is a tall task for the Billy Donovan, and we just looking at his prior history with us coaching the young guys and the development that they needed. I just think it's a tall task. Look at our roster. Look at the guard position. There's 8 guards, nephew. We got Ayo, Kobe, Josh Giddey, Kevin Huerter, Trey Jones, Javon Carter, Dalen Terry, and THT. I think this is way too difficult of a task for Billy Donovan. Just look at last night's game. He went 12 players deep. Now, I know they were blown out at the end of the game, and, that can be the reasoning for going 12 men deep. But most of those, like, he probably went 11 deep throughout the game. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
And we're missing valuable time for guys like Dalen Terry and Julian Phillips. These guys that just come in, like Trey Jones and Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter, we kind of want to see if he can mix and mesh with this team because he is that style of player. He does shoot the 3. He does want to get up and down the court. I don't know what he want to do defensively, but he is one of those guys that want to get up and down the court and spam 3s and get to the basket. He's just an offensive player. But a guy like Trey Jones should not be getting minutes ahead of Dalen Terry. He should not be getting minutes ahead of Julian Phillips. These guys have did nothing to waiver Billy Donovan from not putting him in the game, unless he sees something through a magnifying glass that we can't see. All I see is hard work. I'm talking about both of these guys, Dalen Terry and Julian Phillips. Hard work, aggressiveness, and an attention to detail. I see when I see them on the court, they got their antennas up. They out there proving that they belong on the basketball court. And then I don't think they've been rewarded for their hard work. We could just look at the past examples, nephew. Where's Laurie Marketing? Where's Carlick Jones? Dalen Terry is still, I think, like a year behind in his development. Montes Buzelis is a half a year behind in his development, even though he's showing improve right now. Where is Simonovic? Do you know where he is?
He
Nobody
back over
knows where he
across the
is.
pond, big dog.
So I just say that to say it's just a big job, and then you still got that big, stiff, non-moving center back there that just doesn't fit the program. What do you do with that, Billy Donovan? When Zach Collins comes back, what do we do? It's just a too much of a hard job for Billy Donovan, I think.
Yeah, I think that is some valid points in that whole statement that you made. I think that when it comes to me looking at Billy Donovan, is nothing is new with Billy Donovan. I think that right now, that if we looking at what transpired yesterday, I'm 100% with you when I say that there is no way Trey Jones, like, I know you just traded for him. Trey Jones, if you wanted to give him some run, give him some run. But a total of 18 minutes and Dalen Terry only four, and those four only became uh was only became a possibility because your team pretty much gave the game away and blew it and really stopped focusing on what got them that 20-point lead in the first place. Yeah, I'm looking at Billy Donovan. Now, I was on live when I first came out and I said I want to see some of these young players. Yes, that is true. I want to see some of these young players play. But I believe, I'm using Billy Donovan words, they have to earn it. Earn it. Now, if you're going to sit up here and you're going to tell me and constantly put out there in the media and constantly throw in our faces that Montes Buzelis has to earn his minutes, I stood with it until it was like, all right, bro, I feel like he done enough. Play the kid. Stop bullshit. But Trey Jones was a trade asset for a reason, right? Young player trade asset for a reason, right? Zach Collins, same situation. And you talk about Kevin Huerter, another young player traded, included in the trade for a reason. So within the span of them sitting on the bench for 2 games, what the hell did they show you to make it seem like that they earned those minutes? That's all I'm saying. So Billy Donovan, if he's going to sit up here and tell me that players have to earn their minutes, let me know what have these two players done to earn those minutes. Now, I'm not going to be naive and say that they don't want to see these young players play, because I believe that they do. That's why you bring them in. That's why, even though you couldn't move them, you still retain them and say, hey, welcome to the squad. I'm with that. But they got to earn it. I ain't saying you got to completely shut them out, but damn, giving them heavy doses in game one with the squad, okay, I guess that's why it's a little worry to me. You tread cautiously with this whole developmental thing, especially when you look at our front office and the head coach. At the end of the day, I'm campaigning for Dalen Terry to get his minutes back over Trey Jones.
And I don't want this to be skipped out. Like you can lose a young player's confidence with shit like this. You play a guy that just got into the locker room 18 minutes, and you got a guy that has been working hard trying to improve his game, ain't doing nothing but showing you that he's ready for more at whatever you ready to give to him, and he's not getting rewarded except he's getting jumped in the line soon as you make I have to say a mid deal for Zach Levine. So I could we count on him being better in player development? Can you get better at player development as you go as a coach? I would like to say yes, but that is a something that you got to be ready for the situation, and I don't think this team is ready for the situation of Billy Donovan taking the reins and getting the right people in the right positions, especially with this Hennessy and tequila mix. Right, this a bad mix.
So you said that this is a bad mix. I think that, but before we talk, I want to touch on that, but I got one more thing to say. In 4 minutes, Dalen Terry gave us damn near more than Trey Jones gave us in 18 minutes, C-Dub. And if we move it, just real quick for the stats, y'all know I like to look at stats, but I also like to compare the stat with what I seen in the game. So real quick, comparing the stats. In 4 minutes, Dalen Terry, 2 for 2, 7 points. Trey Jones, 18 minutes, 0 for 3, goose egg. That's the stats. The play. The better defender from what I've seen. And I seen a little bit more, but from early on, from what I seen, at least right now, the nod goes to Dalen Terry. The better rebounder Dalen Terry. The bigger guard, Dalen Terry. The better playmaker, Dalen Terry. The more aggressive shooter. At this point, right now, I know it's only one game, so we just got to take it for what it is. You got to let the guys get a little bit more skin in the game. But just from early on to the whole point of this whole thing, at least my whole premise on it, Dalen Terry deserve more minutes right now than a Trey Jones simply because he has to earn it.
Yes.
That's how I'm going to approach that. But looking at the mix of the players, we talking about the mix of it, and we already mentioned now all the damn guards galore that we have. How can we navigate or set the team up better once it's time to depend on the bench players? Because we know the starters is going to be pretty consistent. Maybe Montes might go back to coming off the bench and Lonzo's back in. Maybe, I don't know. That's Billy Donovan. We know it's a possibility.
Oh shit.
But how do you navigate and focus on that bench? Who would be the guys to come off the bench for you in a way consistently by looking at the squad right now?
Okay, let me change my number to 9 guards instead of 8. I did not list Lonzo Ball, so it's
Oh,
9
there you
guards
go.
on this team.
There you go.
Um, okay, obviously, who's going to be starting is probably going to be Kobe and Lonzo. So the guys, Kobe, Lonzo, and Josh Giddey, those are the guys that's going to be starting, right? And then you got Io and Dalen Terry that needs to be coming off the bench. Julian Phillips and THT are the next guys in line, uh, depending on moments in the game and certain situations that you need their special talents. But a guy like Trey Jones, who just got in, and a guy like Kevin Herter, they got to earn they spots, bro. Did you trade for these guys to actually make a difference on this team, or did you trade for these guys just to get the trade off? I would go with the latter because I think they just did it just to get the trade off. I didn't think they really got a lot of confidence in these guys. Maybe Kevin Herter. I did drop this video. Maybe Kevin Herter, you got a little bit of confidence that he can mix because he is that type of offensive player. But it's nobody out of these 3 guys that you like, okay, this guy's going to make a difference on this team. So with that said, I'm gonna stick with what I said. You got these are the guys that you should be counting on a game to game basis. I'm only talking guards. Io, Kobe, Giddy, Lonzo, Dalen, Julian Phillips, maybe THT and Julian Phillips in certain situations.
Yeah, I won't depend on THT. Me personally,
He can score. He
I
can
think,
if nobody. Let me go. Let me reboot. Not reboot. Whatever. Let me come back at that. THT is a scorer. You know what he does, and he can get hot. So you put him in certain situations where nobody can hit a basket.
no, I understood that part. I
Okay.
understood that. I'm just saying, like, that's one of the players. I'm like, okay, that's maybe a player that you can fill out a game, and then
Yeah.
you be like, okay, Kevin Herter, go get you some minutes. Then you fill
Hmm.
out a game, and Trey Jones, let's see what you got. Vooch, you playing bad today, or Jalen Smith, you injured. Zach Collins will get up out of there. I didn't expect in just game one to damn near see all of them at this, you know what I'm saying, and receive those many minutes. Maybe it was a fill out thing. Maybe it was something that, hey,
Yeah.
let me do. Do you think that's
Yeah.
fair though? To like, if because for me, it is a bit like critical in just one game of seeing it. But do you
I'm
feel
glad you
like
said that.
after, you know what I'm saying, evaluating and kind of think about it, do you think it was necessary to give out those kind of minutes just to see how these guys can fit in, so you can get a decent amount of film, a decent amount of feel from these players to see if they can potentially contribute to the squad? And do you think there will be some adjustments coming with that time?
Yeah, that was a great point right there, nephew. We could go into deeper context with this and say the Bulls, well, they were hitting on all cylinders. They was up by as many as 20 points, and yeah, you could probably throw them in and sneak a couple minutes in there for Trey Jones and Kevin Herter. So I could see how Billy Donovan was probably feeling. He was feeling like, y'all, yeah, we rolling. So let's see how the new guys fit in while we got this big old lead. Even though we playing Golden State and no league is safe. No league
Yeah,
is safe when we got a guy like Steph Curry on the floor.
come on now.
But But yeah, I understand that if you got a big lead, but once that lead start to dissipate, we still seen those guys for significant amount of time. Actually, Trey Jones was there. All we lost the lead from like we were leading by 20, and he kept them in all the way into like we were under single digits. So that's just Billy got. I understand Billy the context, but I still think it's the wrong thing to do by playing Trey Jones more minutes than Dalen Terry.
Honestly, I would have liked to see Zach Collins a little bit more.
I do want to see that
Just
Collins.
because I think that right now, like, I think there's so many damn options or ways that you can go with the squad. But I still think that the development of Dalen Terry is something that you have to continuously look at. Like, I'm not 100% mad at the time given to these young players. It's just that I'm fighting for the young guys that's been here, and I'm holding Billy Donovan accountable. Don't tell me my star rookie has to earn his minutes, and then a newcomer come in and he ain't earned shit. That's the only point I like. It's nothing personal. It's just that I'm holding the coach to his words. Guys got to earn minutes. What did Trey Jones do in such a short time on the bench to earn minutes? That's all
18
I want to
minutes.
know. You know what I'm saying? To earn minutes. But I do think, to that earlier point, I do think that it was kind of necessary to get these guys some minutes and see how could they potentially fit. Doesn't necessarily you have to stick with it.
He overdid it.
He probably did overdo it, but when does Billy Donovan not overdo it?
He-
We'd be like, Billy, call timeout now.
just management skills
Three,
is
four,
just.
three, four possessions going by. Okay, guys, it's timeout now. Okay.
And then people be like, man, y'all just judging them too critical. But man, we've been watching this dude for 4 5 years. A lot of games, 82 games in 5 years, bro.
Bro, like what?
Bro, intimately, like every game, we you know what we do every game, live calls. We watching this. We watching every move. We watching every different types of strategy go, every adjustments, every rotations that he's make. And we can draw up a conclusion from our experience with Billy Donovan that he is awful with developing young players. And even these little key things like this, you can hurt Dalen Terry, bro. I didn't like how Dalen Terry was looking when he got in the game in garbage time. He didn't appreciate it. I'ma just go ahead and say it. I don't know if that's what he was saying. I'm sure he didn't appreciate it.
Yeah,
So get this kid down. What he do? Get him in the. He better than Trey Jones. That's for sure.
for sure. How you looking at the in just one game? How would you move forward with Kevin Herter and before we go? But how would you move forward with Kevin Herter and Trey Jones minutes
Okay, now
and
we
Zach
gonna.
Collins because he didn't play? How would you
Oh,
move
you want
forward?
all three? Zach Collins. I think he's gonna be judged differently than the other two guys. The other two guys being guards. I think he got a very critical and special position on this team. I think, just me, in my opinion. Y'all know me. I think this is a perfect opportunity again to get Nick Vooch off the floor. Get him off the floor. There's no use. Golden State attacked him and came back from 20, but I ain't gonna start on that. I'll be all day. But Trey Jones, I think we need to cut his minutes. I think you've seen enough, Billy. Have you seen enough, nephew, of Trey
I have
Jones?
personally, yeah.
You've seen enough of Trey Jones. I ain't saying cut him off for minutes, but let's get goes minutes to Dalen Terry. I would have liked to seen 18 minutes for Dalen Terry. That's also Addy just coming back from injury, but I don't want to hear that shit. He a young ass kid. I don't want to hear it. And then Julian Phillips. I
No,
mean
Herter.
Kevin Herter. Kevin Herter. I'm not yet ready to be like cut this guy's minutes and let's slow down on Kevin Herter because we seen what he done in Atlanta. We seen his like first couple years in Sacramento. So we know what he can do if he was in the right position, and we know the type of situation he was playing in. Ever since DeMar went there, I'll just name names. I don't care. So, and I ain't even going to blame DeMar because you ain't play that well before DeMar came neither. So I'm gonna say that. But Kevin Herter, we still want to see what he can do, though. What if he can catch that fire again? He could be a great asset for the Bulls, but not for long, though. I'm talking about a couple games to see if he can catch his eye. What we got to keep him for and keep him. What he ain't got to work his way back to shape on our watch. You got 3 games to get right, and then we moving on.
Hey, the way I'm moving forward is that, yeah, we definitely gonna cut down those Trey Jones minutes for sure. But I'm with you on the Kevin Herter standpoint of it. Simply because I'm interested to see how Julian Phillips reacts to it, because this is a
Mm.
forward that's coming in that's trying to take some of those minutes as a forward like you. Trey Jones, the I think that's a little bit different because he's gonna be primarily playing that guard spot because he only like what 6'1".
6 feet.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying. So Dalen Terry, let them two battle it out for that. But I still think that Dalen Terry deserves the nod right now. And then we talk about Zach Collins. Look, I said it, and I'm gonna say it one more damn time. Send Vooch home.
Send his
He's
ass
not a
home.
part of the future here.
It's
Send
not.
Vooch home. We got injuries we can pull out. We got personal. You could just say Vooch will not be with the team for an extended period of time for
Bro,
personal reasons.
just say he got COVID or
I'm
something.
just saying, bro. Say my man, spare Vooch. He
Spare
doesn't
Vooch, bro.
want to play for Chicago anymore. The demeanor, the body, he ain't even hitting the three like that no more. He ain't even being as active in the post like he was when the season started before. He's like, man, I've got to work hard before I get traded. I get traded.
You know who he is, nephew? Vooch is like the 29-year-old at a 19-year-old party. The
Bro,
29
like
at a
what?
19-year-old party. Why are you here, bro? You just look
It's
creepy,
my little
bro.
brother's party, man. Fuck. I'm the chaperone here. Like what? Crazy work.
Oh my goodness, man. Ain't it? It's always something with this team, bro. It's always something, bro.
It's always something. But hey, you got anything left, bro?
No, y'all make sure y'all stay in tune. The memberships are up. Make sure you guys join the membership. It'll be some more great things that we're gonna be adding to the membership. You right now you can get some good badges. We got some membership only videos and shorts coming up soon. Make sure y'all join the memberships and become a part of this. Become one of those elite partners in this cognac gang. On bro.
For sure. Do all of that. And then in the meantime, in between time, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts and everything down below in that comment box, and let us know who y'all got for the Super Bowl. I got the Chiefs.
I
Who
got the
you got?
Chiefs too. I got the
All right, we
Chiefs.
trying to see that 3P. History, never been done before. But anything can happen if you can't contain Saquon. So we'll see what happens, y'all. Let us know who y'all got tonight. And make sure y'all let us know how y'all feeling about last night game and the topic we discussed today. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you always see red. Y'all already know we gonna catch y'all on the next one for sure. Cognac gang.